Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of our Wizard101 Let's Play. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So here we are, what I believe to be the final dungeon of Avalon. No matter what happens, this episode will also be the finale of Avalon. So, should be fun, should be interesting. We've got to go head in there, take on the Pendragon, and hopefully revert good King Artorias back to normal. Anyway, not much really to say. The dungeon I don't think is that long. We have a couple of dragons to fight, a couple great horned knights to fight, and then the Pendragon himself. And the dragon is the only one that has cheats. I will talk about those when we actually get to him. Should be interesting.
You're about to enter a dungeon. If you log out or leave for more than 30 minutes, you will lose all of the progress you have made in this dungeon and must start over. This dungeon takes around 1 hour and 30 minutes to finish, shorter if you bring friends. Are you sure you want to enter this dungeon?
Alright, so similar in length to Ghost Avalon. Gotcha. The head of the dragon. Alright, do we get a map? We do get a map. Well, yeah, it's Avalon. It's the same Avalon that we, or the same map as the old keep, or as Ghost Avalon. But there is the Sword of Kings in the stone.
An intruder will drag your carcass before the Pendragon and let him eat you up.
Alright, so, first objective, 105,030 experience, nice. We gotta take out 4, they want us to fight 4 minions before we can pick up the sword. This is the same minion that the dragon himself will have, so it's not too bad. That's never good. Thankfully, these guys do not have access to I'm actually going to go ahead and attack. They don't have death shields. Curious to see if this takes him out. Nope, probably not. Very close. If I had another 5%, it might have taken him out. What does he have left? 40. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, take him out. A little unorthodox. A little more unorthodox than what I usually do, but we can work with that, right? Well, I don't need to faint for this, so let's just boost that one, Spirit Blade. We'll have to take a turn or two, but it's fine. Unless I pull another Wraith. Yeah, if I pull another Wraith, we have more than enough damage now. Okay, no, yeah, I'll do a Headless Horseman. Still more than enough, and there's a lot of red wisps floating around, so I'm not too worried. Alright. Next two. Yeah, don't need any of this. Let's go ahead and do the Spirit Blade. That's weird. I wonder if that's completely scripted for them to skip their first turn. Very strange. They'll probably either set up blades or pass next turn, is what I would assume. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Wraith, reshuffle, and the other Wraith, because I'm going to use Scarecrow, obviously. Okay, so they pass. Yeah, these minions seem fairly easy to deal with. Now we can take the Sword of Kings. Oh, that's a shadow block. Interesting. Yeah, shadow magic I don't think starts showing up until later. That is a pretty cool looking sword. And now it is ours. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's not that great. I mean, yeah, it gives 2 pierce, 45 block rating, and 35 critical. But, compared to the Sky Iron Hestia, which gives 10% damage to, all schools of magic, the Sword of Kings just isn't as good, sadly. Though, I mean, like, if you want to see what it looks like when you have it equipped, pretty cool, right? And it does give a Death Trap and a Super Torment. 1 copy of Death Trap, which is... Does that say 10% to next spell? That's... no, I don't like that. That's a little weird. That can't be right. Wow. Oh, because it's a 0. It's a 0 cost Death Trap. No, Death Trap's usually 0 cost. I don't know. That's a little disappointing. I mean, no, not a little. That's really disappointing. They've talked this weapon up constantly, but it's just not that good. Sad. Really sad.
Praise to you, wizard. You will find the Pendragon in the throne room. Don't let his guards give you much pause.
So now we gotta fight some... Actually, I'm gonna check these side rooms just out of curiosity to see what's inside them. Just to see if there's anything special. Okay, so you can't go down there, but this is where you come up in the Ghost Avalon dungeon, the one prior to this. This is the armory, if I remember correctly. Yeah, nothing. Alright, back up we go. Or I guess up we go. Yeah, we gotta fight more of these, of the guys we just fought, so. Oh no, these are fire bosses this time. This was Ambrose's study, if I remember correct. And the way to where Morganth was is blocked. Alright, we gotta fight two of these guys. They are fire. Fire bosses. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Wait, did I say bosses? Sorry, they're fire minions. Just hit me with this with the skulls. I kind of wish there was an animation for Scald to show that it did what it, to show that it's popped up, that it's, instead of just having, oh yeah, you have a damage over time on you now. Two more. Oh wow, that's a bit disappointing. Yeah, let's get rid of the traps. Get rid of the traps, cast the Deathblade. Yeah, I'm willing to wait another turn or two. Oh, that works out fairly well. I'm going to drop one of the scarecrows. Yeah, we'll drop this Deathblade as well. I'm trying to pull an enchantment. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Alright, and that causes the rest of them to despawn. Awesome. I wonder what happened to... Where's the... Oh, maybe that'll be after this fight. Anyway, we're about to head into the Pendragon fight. As you can see, he is a death boss, rank 12. Not too bad. Has a Heart Lancer as a minion. Now, his cheats... I'll admit I'm a little fuzzy on what they all do, but I do know at the start, during the first round... Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me just pull these up instead of trying to do it from memory. There we go, and so at the start of the duel, the Pendragon will interrupt cast an Entangle treasure card on all wizards. Entangle is the one that dispels life spells, which makes sense. He's a death boss. During round 1, he will use his turn to cast a Fire Dragon, which will do 650 initial damage plus 20,000 damage over 200 rounds. So you're taking 100 damage over time per round. Yeah. This can critical, which would be really bad. There are obviously, you can use the normal ways of dealing with this. If you're able to go first, you can set up a quench to dispel the Fire Dragon. Though, just be warned, on the 5th round, Pendragon will recast the spell if your version of it has been dispelled. Anyway, those are kind of the main things. Another thing is, if a wizard casts a rank 6 or higher single target spell, including X pips, Pendragon will interrupt casting an Ominous Scarecrow, dealing 550 damage. So just be wary of that. It is rank 6 single target spells, so again, be aware of that. And finally, if a wizard attacks the Pendragon, he will cast an Ice Wand attack that doesn't deal ice damage, dealing 500 damage to himself. So that every time you attack him, he's dealing damage to himself. Yeah, which is a little weird. If a wizard attacks the Pendragon with the Sword of King's Wand hits, he will recast the wand hit as a natural attack on himself. It sometimes takes the 500 damage from the Ice Wand attack that doesn't deal ice damage. It's a little weird, is all I'm going to say, is what this is. And the Sword of King's Wand attacks will always trigger the stack. So that's kind of the incentive of using the Sword of Kings. He'll hit himself twice with a he'll hit himself twice with an attack, is how I understand that. Though again, I don't really think it justifies using the Sword of Kings. It's just too weak. I would lose 10% of my extra damage. I just don't see that as being worth it. So yeah, I am going to use a different deck. I've started putting this one together mainly because just use Scarecrow. 4 copies of it should be fine. Got my enchants, got my death prisms because he is a death boss. We got our curses, death traps, we got some spirit traps and spirit blades. Can give myself back that feint. Really don't care about the wand hits for this, but yeah, not much really to say other than let's get to it.
So this is the little wizard who has been running through my realm, causing havoc. You have the stink of Mel Ambrose upon you. What is that you have? The Sword of Kings. I did not think it possible for it to be raised again. Let us test your mettle against my razor fangs.
Alright, in we go. So, obviously the first thing that's going to happen, let's see, am I going first? I am. Surprising. I'm going to go ahead and do a feint here. I did not change my deck, I just realized. Because I know he's going to cast Fire Dragon. So, I mean, that hurts. That hurts, but it's not bad. Yeah, this isn't great. Get rid of both of you. Yeah, this is actually really annoying because I forgot to change out my deck. So I don't plan on putting anything on the Heart Knight, so let's just keep going. Alright. That is helpful. Get rid of that one. Thank you. All right. And that's that.
You have destroyed me.
There's a terrible crack, like the sound of the sky breaking, and a twisted crown of wood and thorns falls to the ground. The dragon roars again and starts to shrink and contort. His scales fall away like rain to reveal a broken king beneath.
King Artorias. So that's what the... That's pretty cool looking. I like the look of that. Just looking at some of our other stuff. A lot of spell elements, nice. Yeah, so we're not quite done. If you notice, it popped up very briefly, but we do have to fight a white and black dragon, which will come in a moment.
Greetings, wizard. I see you are a most worthy knight, able to wield the sword of kings at least as well as I once did. Thank you for ridding me of that accursed, twisted horned crown. It is a terrible thing. It has been a long time since I looked out at Avalon with my own eyes. This may be my last hour.
I think not. Oh, yes, the Pendragon's chest is the second chance chest. Again, 75. There's a few interesting things you can get from it. Standard exalted duels. You can get a wolfhound, pet, different, different treats, guardians. Oh, you can actually get the guardian's vestment from this. Wow, that's something you can purchase with gold from the crown shop. What else? Some, stuff like that. Honestly, the stuff's not. I mean, yeah, you can get these staff, these horned staffs, which I think are really cool. Master socket wrench and stone skeleton keys are always good. Myrtle's whiskers, which are used to transmute amber. Some gear. Yeah, honestly, it is what it is. But anyway.
Artorius was transformed by the barbarous horned crown into the Pendragon. Morganth tricked him into donning it after Sir Mallory's betrayal when the king was at his weakest. Artorius is dying, but our work is not yet done. There is still a chance to save Artorius and restore the realm. Go through the door behind the throne. It leads to the Crystal Caves. Do you recall tasting the roots of Mother Oak? We need something even more potent than that. Battle the white and black dragons who chew on the roots and get their venom. That alone may heal Artorius.
So, the white and black dragons, it is a double boss battle. No minions, just the white dragon, the black dragon. They are, as you can see, an ice boss and a myth boss. So, and yes, this myth boss is capable of casting Earthquake, Medusa, stuff like that. So until their pips, and until their, pips are lower, it's better, in my opinion, to cast traps on both of them. This can cast Tower Shield, which is very annoying. But honestly, this fight is actually probably harder than what we just did. Again, no cheats. This will take additional damage from myself since I am a death character. Yeah, this shouldn't be. It's going to be annoying, is what it's going to be. They start off with a fair bit each. Drop that. I won't be needing any of the prisms. Yeah, 10,900 or 9,400. Jeez, 9,840. Can't speak today. Thankfully, ice doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. And we're stunned for 2 rounds. Great. Man, Medusa really is annoying. Yeah, not like I can do anything else, so pass. Drop one of those. I guess we'll drop the other Spirit Blade too. Alright. That leaves you tapped out. That means I can cast a few spells, which is good. That means I can put some Death Blades up. really want to get rid of this one. Okay, that gives me another turn, actually. Which is awesome. Yeah, once they initially start getting rid of their pips, I'm not as worried. Though this little... I'll be getting rid of that, if I can. Doesn't look like it, but... So that puts him at 2. Okay. I'm going to Deathblade again this turn. And then I'll attack next turn. He skips. Actually, it goes to 5. That means he cannot, I repeat, cannot cast Earthquake just yet. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to put... Yeah, I'm going to put a feint on him to try to counteract that. Excellent. So I could keep stacking, but I want to deal some damage because I want to heal mostly. So hopefully this goes through. Excellent. Critical. Nice. Just not enough to take out the boss. To take out the Oh, okay. Does that? That's right, that's a damage over time. Yeah. Just reset up. Okay, just reset up the global. Gotcha. How much are you sitting at? 5,000? Okay. Sure. Okay. You 2. Excellent. Just gonna put some traps on the boss. Don't know what that would have been, but okay. 200. Okay. Place one more trap, and then we'll hit next turn. So I don't... With the I guess the taunt would have kept me from directly targeting the black dragon, so maybe it was a good thing that I was targeting the white dragon with those traps. I don't know. As long as it's on the white dragon. Nice. And that's
You
that.
collect a quantity of their venom before driving them back. You hope it is enough.
Very nice. Yeah, we didn't even kill them, we just drove them back. else did we get? A lot of spell elements. Alright. Oh, wrong direction. And that is that.
I cannot believe it. I am restored. The land is healed thanks to you, wizard. Come, let us see what you have wrought.
Like I said, that is that. Yep, all of his knights. Queen Gwendolyn. Everything looks like it has been repaired. I'm going to look at a few things real quick before we go ahead and go talk to King Artorias. Just want to see if if anything changed significantly. And we can now go up to the tower. I'm curious just to see what's up there. But we're not quite done. We're still technically in the dungeon, believe it or not. Yeah, nothing up in here. Just curious. Just wanted to see. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to the king.
What a wonderful sight. You have driven back the evil from our land.
3 cheers for the Knight of Wizard City. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah! Take the Sword of Kings back to Merle Ambrose. Morganth is still loose in the spiral, and she means you naught but ill. You will need the Sword of Kings to drive back the shadows. Give Merle Ambrose my thanks. You are always welcome here, wizard. Now speak to the Lady of the Lake in the outer yard. She will send you home.
That's level 84. It's level 84. Very nice. Still looking around just because, again, we restored Avalon, so things could be a little different. Yeah, can't head down there. That's fine. And yes, we get to keep, obviously we keep the Sword of Kings, and that might end up as a stitch item for myself. For something, I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what my level 100 stitch is going to be. But anyway. Sorry. Just one last silver chest. One last silver chest for the road. Actually. There we go. Alright, are we... Oh, whoops. There we go. That would have been bad. Alright, what do we get? Shocked key. Like I said, I'll always take those.
With the king restored, so too will the land begin to heal. Thank you, wizard. Your name will forever be sung in Avalon. Return to Wizard City and tell Merle Ambrose what you have accomplished here. I can see a great storm coming and a giant shadow washing across the worlds of the spiral. Take the Sword of Kings and stop this darkness.
Jeez, we're getting that much experience just to talk to Ambrose. Because yeah, I mean, yeah, that's ready to turn in. That's hilarious. That is insane. But that is it, my friends. Well, we're not done yet. Like I said, I'll complete everything, leading up to pretty much the being sent to our next world, which will be Azteca. But just to make sure, there's nothing else. I know we have the badge, just wanted to make sure. That is everything in Avalon. Now, time to head back to Ambrose. Tell him that we have retrieved the sword, that we have healed the king, saved Avalon, and are ready for what's next. Kind of sad to see it go, because Avalon is definitely within my top 3 favorite worlds now. I like the aesthetic, I like the lore, I like it all. I just like it all, honestly. Like, is it better than Grizzleheim and Wintertusk? Not quite, not quite. But this is definitely, Avalon has definitely become probably my second favorite world so far. And that'll be my little review for it also.
I see you have recovered the Sword of Kings. You found King Artorius and restored him to health. Oh, wonderful. It will take time to repair the damage done. But with the king restored, I've no doubt Avalon will shine again. As to the matter of Morganth, I will scry throughout the spiral to divine her plans. We must intercept her before another land is lost. You should continue your studies and prepare yourself for my call. When I find her, there won't be a moment to lose.
Yeah, this is the whole idea of you complete Avalon, and then you'd have to wait like 6 months to a year, however long it took from Avalon to Azteca being released. But we don't have to wait that long. Oh, that's right. What is that? Let me see.
Young wizard, I am not disturbing you, am I? I hope you have sufficiently rested from your last adventure. Something actually important has come up. Please hasten to my office at your earliest convenience.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna head over to Cyrus, but I'm undoubtedly sure that this is the next step to Azteca. But we're gonna go talk to him. Yeah, we're gonna go talk, or we're gonna see what his quest is. Because at first I was thinking that what he's asking is is heading to what's the word? Tartarus within the Aquila dungeons, but that doesn't happen until you're both level 90 and have completed Azteca. So that is not what's coming. Thankfully, he is someone we can just, though I don't have to immediately go into his quest because I can look at his spells too. Because I think I know the name of the quest we need. Yeah, I know the name of the quest we need, so let's see. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. I mean, it has to be the continuation, so...
An old colleague of mine, Edward Haley, appears to be in trouble. He's what you might call an Azteca sorologist. You don't know what that is? Well, when you find him, feel free to ask him all about it. You can reach Haley's observatory via the Stella Itzamna. That's a large stone slab kept in the Royal Museum in Marleybone. Go there now and make sure he is safe and sound.
And that is indeed the start to Azteca, I do believe. I can actually look this up real quick just to make sure I'm not wrong. Sorry about that. Let's see. Star First star I see tonight. Which leads to... Yeah, there's a few things we gotta do. Because this ultimately leads into Avalon, I'm pretty sure. Just looking, making sure. Yeah, there's a little bit of a quest line here. Ah, yes, this is a bit of it. It's a small quest line, but it is what leads us to Azteca. So this is where I'm going to wrap things up. In the next episode, we will be heading, I guess, yeah, to Marleybone Regent Square to take care of business, start the process of actually getting to Azteca. So, looking forward to it. Should be fun. It looks like we got some enemies to fight, some walking around to do, some talking to people. Should be fun. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, do not forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.